definitely excited to be on with you guys and get to go into some of this stuff. Today's topic is really a culmination of everything that's happened, throughout 2025, if I'm being honest, right? We've seen a lot of change. We watched the government shut down. We watched it now open back up. There's a lot that's happened this year. And I want you to know every little detail is what matters, right? So we're excited to dive into these things. I'm excited to be on with you. I'm going to take a quick sip so that I don't cough or mess up throughout the presentation here. But again, definitely excited to be on with you guys and get rocking and rolling. I am, in case you do not know, oh, here we go. Sorry. Little technical difficulty. That one was on me, though. All right. I am Tony Cimino, the VP of Business Development here at Rock Financial. My whole role here is to help our partners really understand what it is that we do. My whole role is designed around lead generation for the company. So it's important that when you guys have a deal or a transaction or a question about your partnership, it says they can't see anything. Did I click something? I might have clicked something. Hang on. Can you guys see in the chat or no? Only your logo, it says. Hang on one second. How about now? Good. Yeah, I must have clicked that. Sorry. Yeah. That was me. I don't know if you guys saw me messing around. Sorry about that. So I am Tony Cimino. My whole role here is designed around lead generation for our company. 100% of the business that we do comes through some form of third-party affiliate. Somebody that's working with Rock has chosen to align themselves with us and be able to get access to our programs and leverage those in their own networks and in their own ways. I promise you, we have had people in all 50 states work with us. We have had people internationally work with us. We have had people right in our backyards that have come in that we've met through this. We have met people from all over the world doing this. And the reality is our whole business is built behind you guys. And I'm a big storyteller, so I'm going to give you a quick one here and just let you guys know that our business wasn't always built this way. Right, for a solid, basically 15 years leading up to COVID, our business was built around just being a broker for small business lending, for medium businesses that are looking for access to funding, right? And the evolution of our business happened during COVID, where we became a real resource for this affiliate network. So shout out to you guys. We have just about 20,000 active affiliates across the world that are referring business to us. So shout out to you guys, and I'm excited to be on with you and get a chance to chat. Some things that we're going to go over today and some questions I'm hoping that you'll get answers to are: what are the most common products, or what are the products that businesses are going to take the most advantage of when it comes to funding in 2026, as well as a variety of other topics that you guys can see here. We're going to go into a lot of different things, but to get started, to get things going, I thought it was important to just set the stage, right? What is happening? What are we doing? How is it aligned with the market? Not just Rock Financial, but also what is everybody else kind of doing around us, right? Everybody wants to talk about AI. Everybody wants to talk about the ability to automate certain processes and flows. Just in this year alone, we've advanced our own capabilities tenfold, I would say, at a minimum. But it's also led to different resources that you guys can take advantage of. One of the major things that we rolled out this year for you guys is actually our deal qualifier. So if you haven't had a chance to be in the portal and mess around with the deal qualifier, I invite you to go into the portal. Make sure you have access. If you don't have access, reach out to us. We'll get you access to the portal. But you can go in there. You can punch in your customers' criteria, and it'll tell you what products are available to them, what products aren't available to them, and why, right? There really is a variety of different resources that we're leveraging, but not only we're leveraging, we're giving the ability for you to leverage those things. We also rolled out plaid technology. So I don't know if you guys know, if somebody completes your form on your landing page, it will prompt them to connect their bank account through plaid, which could lead to literally instantaneous decisioning, right? So if they want the fastest, most seamless process where they don't really need anybody involved, they can do that through your landing page. I don't know if everybody knows that, but I wanted to make sure that we touched on some of these things that you guys already have access to, just simply because of what is happening and what's going on within the marketplace, right? Time kills all deals. This is something that we say pretty much daily here at Rock, and the reality is that businesses only need capital when they need it, right? And you don't get to decide that as a consultant or as a capital provider. Our job is to be there when they need us and gone when they don't. And that's the beauty of Rock Financial. We move at the speed of our borrowers, allowing for them to leverage capital when they need it, right? And then we've seen this shift in the marketplace, and this is due to all the data and all the information that's available in the information age, as it's called, right? We've seen the rise of specialty finance products, things that are going to leverage particular asset classes within a business, things that are going to allow business owners to take advantage of their opportunity because that opportunity is unique to them, their industry, the region that they service, right? A lot of this increased information allows for better decision making on behalf of the banks and lenders that are out there. So they're getting a little bit more flexible. They're getting a little bit more, taking on a little bit more risk because they feel comfortable with specific industries or in specific regions. Well, this is all at your fingertips through working with Rock Financial. And that's the most important message of today, is that you guys really understand what you have access to is what is the best products and services that are available, right? As far as the hottest products that are hot right now, this is going into 2025, this is going into 2026, and at the top of what businesses on their way in the door are asking for, right? They're asking for equipment finance because the section 179 of the tax code was made permanent this year, meaning that you can take advantage of the ability to write off your equipment purchases in the same year. This completely changes how businesses can leverage their equipment and their equipment upgrades in order to offset potential earnings that they might have to report, and be able to take advantage of spending money in their business rather than spending money on taxes for the money that they made, right? So there's a lot of opportunity inside of equipment. SBA has just opened back up, so that is on fire. Obviously, there's a list of people that were waiting to be processed. Imagine being one of those people who you were basically at the closing table a couple months ago, and then the government shut down for 40 plus days, right? You had to wait for your money. Meanwhile, you had jumped through all these hoops. Well, they are back open. They are taking applications, and we're seeing a lot of increased SBA finance type of deals, meaning that there's multiple uses of funding, and that they have the time to wait for a potential SBA solution. The next one is accounts receivable and factoring. If you're one of these B2B companies that are out there, excuse me, I felt it coming. Don't need that. But if you're one of these B2B companies that are out there and you're generating receivables within your business, meaning that you've issued invoices to your customers and now you're waiting to be paid, if you have just, let's call it 5 to 10 large customers and you're consistently waiting to be paid from those customers, well, that can cause cash flow gaps in your business. What happens when you need additional inventory or materials to do your process, to build your product or do your process for that business, right? We've seen a major increase in businesses that are not only utilizing this type of financing, but also adding it as a strategic insert into their capital stack, meaning that when you take on accounts receivable or factoring type product, it only is taking up that one asset, meaning that if you own real estate or equipment, you can still borrow against that stuff. You still can go get more of that stuff, right? So these are very flexible options that allow businesses to continue to grow and take advantage of growth opportunities. Term loans and lines of credit, they are at an all-time high for us. We have set a ton of records in 2025 in terms of how many deals we're doing, how large the transactions are, and realistically, pretty much every category that you could imagine around lending. We've kind of set a new bar for ourselves, but that's because of you guys utilizing us for these products, right? So if you're looking for the most flexible options for your borrowers, if you're looking for the opportunity to leverage the best options for your borrowers, and you want to be able to offer these products and you're not currently working with Rock, well, definitely make sure that by the end of this webinar, you're rocking out with us and you're the newest rock star on the roster, because the reality is this is what businesses are taking advantage of. We attend events all year long. We go to all these different associations. We're polling pretty much everybody on what they're doing and how much they're doing of it. And then remember, we're a broker. So because we offer everything, we know what most people are qualifying for. We know what they're going to be able to get access to. And that's this right here in front of you on the screen. Sorry. Needed that one. The next step becomes, right, and this is actually why businesses are borrowing. If you recall, a couple slides ago, I mentioned, hey, if you're going to look at a business that's going to borrow money, the only reason that they're borrowing money is the reason that they're borrowing money. And like, that might sound a little crazy. That's because you got to be a little crazy to understand it. But no, the reality is this: businesses aren't just out there taking on these loans or lines or different types of financing for no reason. So what are the most common reasons that businesses are borrowing? Because that's how you can help those businesses. You find the ones that are completing mergers and acquisitions or partner buyouts, or they're passing ownership from one generation to the next, right? You can utilize all of these different opportunities that you see here on your screen to go and market to and ultimately service businesses the products or the financing that they might need at these moments, right? One of the biggest things that we see simply is just cash flow gaps. It's not that businesses aren't making money. A lot of them are making a lot of money. The problem is you got to spend money to make money, right? So when they want to take on a new contract or they want to add additional product lines or potentially pivot into a new sector and offer more, a different service, right? These are opportunities for these businesses, but they have to invest in those opportunities. They have to invest in inventory. They have to invest in employees and manpower. They have to invest in technology and equipment, right? All of these things that you see here on the screen are exactly what businesses are doing in 2025 and ultimately going to be doing throughout 2026. So this is where the opportunity lies for you and I. This is where the opportunity lies for those that are working with small and medium-sized businesses. Is if you're working with them in the marketing capacity, sales capacity, helping them with customer acquisition, or people who are. The reality is you can be utilizing Rock Financial and the products we have to service this need in a way that all of these businesses are actually already doing, right? So that's the message for today is, hey, don't do everything for everyone. Do the things that work for the people that it's working for, right? And the ultimate measure of your success should be, what's your definition of it, right? For Rock, we have partners that send us one deal every 2-3 months, right? And that partner funds 2 to 4 deals a year pretty much with us, right? Then we have other partners that are sending us 5, 10, 15 deals a day. Those partners have different opportunity. They're working in different sectors, right? For us, the success only comes down to how you're utilizing us and what makes the most sense for you when tapping into the commercial finance industry. The realistic part of the conversation should be, you should be tapping into these products that you see here on the screen on this slide, and you should also be tapping into the businesses that are seeing these things happening, right? Whether they're purchasing tech or equipment, whether they are just opening new locations or expanding into new markets. The reality is businesses are doing this every day, and they're doing it utilizing financing. You could be servicing that need, and this is exactly where we see the market headed. It's not less of this stuff. In fact, it's only more, right? So transitioning now into a more want to make sure that you guys know how to leverage us, right, is I want you to make sure that you have as much knowledge about the process as possible. I want to make sure that you know you can be as involved or uninvolved as a partner as you'd like. The reality is this: when partnering with Rock, we provide a ton of resources, a ton of information, a ton of bells and whistles to being a partner. Not everything is relevant to everyone, right? But what I would say is you want to understand the baseline. And the baseline is you can track all of your transactions from start to finish directly in our CRM that you get access to. You can get as much information on any of the transaction as you'd like directly in the CRM. You could be as involved as you'd like. You can leave notes, you can send applications, you can send information back and forth. You could be as involved or uninvolved in the process as you'd like. But the baseline is all your transactions are going to be housed there. You're going to have all your historical information, from referrals to commissions, even just generalized performance. Hey, 3 months ago you were doing this, now you're doing that. It's really just a full dashboard and tracking system for your business within our business. The second piece of advice would be get to know your advisors. Understand what they're doing with other partners, and understand how they're leveraging the information that they have, and leverage the information that they have. They work with nothing but other partners and other business owners, right? So if you want to know how businesses or partners or affiliates are successful with Rock, talk to the team that you already have access to. Your business financing advisor and your partnership advisor are there to assist you and ultimately maximize the partnership and maximize the opportunity between working together, right? Last piece of advice is, and I know I'm preaching to the choir because you guys are already on this webinar, but is attend our events. We do trade shows locally in your communities, pop-ups in your communities, I promise. We're already starting to plan some of that stuff out, so as that information becomes available, we'll definitely be sharing that stuff with you. But feel free to come on down. Feel free to meet us at an event in your local city. We're definitely looking to align as much as possible. So if you got somewhere that you think we should be, or a conference you think we should attend, feel free to send me an email. I'd love to be there. I'd love to chat with you. But definitely make sure that you're also attending our stuff, because we put out a lot of information, and it's all about how you can take advantage of the opportunity today, right? Understanding your target, right? When offering commercial finance, there's some minimum criteria that you guys probably are aware of, but if you're not, minimum criteria for us is they have to have a business checking account. They have to be utilizing that business checking account for at least 3+ months, and in those months they have to generate over $10,000 per month in revenue. We have some of the top industries and top states that you can see here on your screen. Some other industries that might not be listed here are, sorry, I can't see it. There we go. Are things like manufacturing, wholesale distribution, professional services. So think like insurance brokers, think real estate, think as well as CPAs and bookkeepers, right? Personal services, nail salons, hair salons, barbershops. If you drove down your main street right now in your local town or community, what businesses do you see? That's who we're helping. We're constantly looking to help those that are looking to take advantage of their next opportunity or solve a challenge within their business. Quick reminder, we'll lend as little as $10,000 all the way up to $10 million in as little as 12 to 24 hours, right? So if you're looking for access to capital, you need it quickly, you need it efficiently, Rock Financial is here. I am going to throw you a little bit of curveball here, and shout out to Greg, who's on our team. He's the one that taught me this. But I do want you to know fast money ain't cheap, and cheap money ain't fast, right? So if you want the best rates and terms, you might have to go through some hoops and barriers to get there. We'll help you do so. But just so you know, the SBA, right, they're pretty much one of the top providers of business financing. They offer some of the best terms, longest easiest terms out there. It's not easy to get access to capital from them. We're going to help you understand your options. We're going to help you understand what's realistic and make sure that it's worth any investment that you're going to make within the business. So a couple quick things if you're looking to market this opportunity in 2026, right? The number one thing is overqualified is qualified. What do I mean by overqualified is qualified? Well, we just went over the minimum criteria, right? And that minimum criteria is simply 3+ months in business, $10,000 per month in revenue into a business checking account. But I promise you this, the businesses that have been around 1 year plus get better rates and terms. The businesses that have been around 2+ years get better rates and terms, right? The ones that have been around 5+ years, they're getting the strongest rates and terms because they're less risky, right? And that's the way that it works, right? So if you are looking to leverage businesses that can get access to the top rates and terms out there, I want to teach you how to do that. And that's overqualified is qualified, right? We can work with no minimum credit score, but there's a big difference between somebody that has a 500 credit score and somebody that has an 800 credit score. I think we can agree on these things, but if you're going to be looking to target a specific audience, just remember overqualified is qualified. That's in anything that you're going to market, if I'm being honest, right? Couple slides ago, we talked about use of funds, right? A lot of times people will target a specific niche or industry or vertical. I believe in targeting that use of funds, right? If you're targeting cash flow gaps for businesses, that's something that a lot of businesses are gonna come across. It's not just one industry or one niche that's coming across cash flow gaps or equipment purchases, right? If you target those use of funds, you'll have a much wider market, much wider target to appeal to, and it's going to be timing based, which you'll be there at the right time, right? And just remember that our top affiliates, they're leveraging multiple products, right? Multiple solutions. What do I mean by multiple products or multiple solutions? They're not just offering a line of credit. They're offering a line of credit. They're offering the term loan, the SBA. They're offering all of the funding that they possibly can to the businesses that they're working with. Not only that, they're also building out a book of other affiliates under them that they're earning an override on, right? So the reason that affiliates are partnering with Rock isn't going to change in 2026. I promise that. There's no-cost business advisors to you and your business owner customers. You can access both secured and unsecured lending programs, meaning there's going to be collateral required for some programs, no collateral required for others. This is a big factor for businesses. A lot of them don't have the collateral, or if they do, it's already been pledged to their bank on their bank line of credit or whatever product they might have through their bank, or they have a line of an asset-based line or some form of asset-based lending that they have in place, right? So flexibility is going to be key going forward, and flexibility is key today, right? And the last piece is we have a stellar reputation, right? That's not going to go anywhere in 2026. We are here to help you guys really understand the commercial finance industry. Make sure that you're attending our masterminds. Make sure that you're coming to our webinars, because we're here to just share the information so that you can take advantage of it, right? Couple quick things, and I believe we're getting close to my announcement here. So if I haven't lost you yet, make sure you stick around for just a couple more slides, right? Because we are getting close to the incentive that we're going to be putting in place here for the end of the year. So I don't want any of you guys to miss that, right? But really understand that our affiliate benefits are not something we can put on a slide. You see what's in front of you here, but the reality is it's what's important to you is what matters, right? So I see a couple people throwing some things in the chat here. I definitely appreciate that. The most important thing, though, is that you get connected with the team, which I know Emily on the back end is already working on for us, for some of you guys. So if you have those scenarios, guys, I want you to know this whole system is built for you. It's not just a a sales pitch, right? The reality is our business is built around these partnerships. So if you need something from us, let us know, and we'll certainly deliver on that. A couple quick success stories for you that you guys probably see a lot of our success stories. Really quick, in the chat, do you guys get our success story emails? Just want to know if you guys have seen our success story emails here in the past. Also, let me know if you're still with us or if you guys are sleeping out there. Who knows? There we go. Please send them daily. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Still here. I love it. I love it. No, I definitely appreciate you guys appreciating the success stories. One of the things that I learned a long time ago was it's easy to tell you guys what we're doing when we show you guys what we're doing, right? So these are the most some of the more recent fundings that we've had on the platform here. So I just wanted to get those in front of you guys so you could take a look at some of the use of funds, how quickly these products are being serviced, right? And ultimately what other affiliates are doing to win with Rock Financial today, because that's the reality is you guys are going to be able to pull more from it than even we are, right? Don't take my word for it. Jump on Google, Trustpilot, and feel free to do some research. Take a look at our reviews. A lot of people like yourselves, affiliates out there leveraging us and our marketplace and leaving reviews about it. So I'd want you guys to really hammer that home. All right, here we are. Big announcement. End of the year incentives for our affiliate platform. Any deals that fund from today's date going forward, we are going to be paying a 10% rev share bonus on all of those deals. So if you got deals to fund, now is the time to do so. We're paying out a 10% rev share bonus on all deals that fund between now and the end of 2025. The second piece to this is if you get 5+ approvals with us between now and the end of the year, we're also going to send you guys a $500 gift card directly from Rock Financial, Amex gift card, so you can use it anywhere. But really definitely appreciate you guys and wanted to be able to give you guys something at the end of the year here just to hopefully add a little bit more momentum to and fuel to the fire. The reality is this, guys, we do the bulk of our business here in the last 6 weeks of the year. So we're sprinting. Feel free to utilize us as much as you see fit. Send those scenarios over, set up those intro calls with your customers. I promise you more business owners now at the end of the year take advantage of funding than at any point. I've been doing this for 10+ years now. I've seen presidents change. I've seen recessions. I'm telling you, we had to get back to business near the end of 2025. We did near the end of 2020 because businesses were looking for funding. I told you 5 years ago, we did our first webinar because we had partners funding deals, right? That's why we did the webinar. So I promise you, last 6 weeks of the year are a sprint for us. 7 weeks of the year are a sprint for us. Feel free to utilize us. Send over emails, text messages, use your landing page, drop those deals in the portal. We're here to help. We want to get these deals approved and funded for you, and ultimately add a little incentive to do so and get you guys advantage to that. If you're not an affiliate with us or you're looking for more information or you're somebody that needs to reactivate, feel free to scan this QR code on the screen here, or some of you guys might be on Zoom or one of these other platforms on your phone. So feel free to just drop into the chat right now on your platform. Let's rock. And we'll get you guys rocking and rolling and being an affiliate on the platform. Would love to have all of you guys join us and take advantage of these opportunities while they last through the end of the year. And getting you guys, really rocking and rolling. Anybody else that just is looking for general information, feel free to email us, give us a call, reach out to your partnership advisor. We'll get you guys rocking and rolling and making sure that you have everything that you need, and definitely excited to be on with you guys. And do me a favor, jump on over to our YouTube. We're very close to hitting some cool YouTube milestones. Make sure you're subscribed to Rock Financial on YouTube. Make sure you're watching our videos on there. And if you are going to watch a video, don't watch it a quarter of the way through. Watch the whole thing for me, will you? No, I'm just kidding. Definitely appreciate you guys. If you want to jump over to our social media, give us a follow. We got some really cool things and information shared for our partners there. And definitely feel free to interact with myself or any of the team on social media as well. And understand that a lot of this information that we provide is going on social media, because a lot of the information that we provide is going to change in the next 3 to 6 months. So make sure you're staying tuned. Make sure you're joining us here on these webinars. Shout out to you guys for being on today. Thank you so much for being on. And if I don't get a chance to chat with you, have a happy holiday season, and hopefully you guys get a chance to enjoy Thanksgiving. And definitely, and if I don't get a chance to keep to chat with you, keep rocking until next time, everybody. Thanks so much.